So one follow-up question, because I know a lot of leaders right now are discouraged. There's there's a lot of headwind that we're all experiencing. And so if someone is kind of down, maybe their attitude's not so great, and you're saying we can improve it, what advice do you have to help choose a better attitude?
Well, the first advice I have for all of us is for us to understand it is a choice. Because I think the tendency for me is that when I find that my attitude's starting to slip, and we all need attitude adjustments. We all have to understand our attitude doesn't stay like it should. There are times when I have to go talk to myself. Yep. And in fact, I tell people the most important conversation that you'll ever hear are the words from yourself. Mm-hmm. And so I think that it begins with the fact that I have to understand that I don't like what's happening. I don't understand what's happening. I can't keep up with what's happening. I can't control these things. So now as a person, I have to go to what can I control? If I can't control it, I may give it a little space of my time, but I can't give it a lot of space of my time because obviously there's nothing I can do about it. So now I've got to go to what can you control? And what I learned a long time ago is what you can control will then begin to seize the moment to the things that you can't control. So with attitude, I would share with everybody right now, we're all going through difficult times. None of us like it. I do have a statement on that, and that is everything that you want but you don't have is outside of your comfort zone. And so what's really beautiful about COVID-19 and all that we've gone through is it's taken a lot of us out of our comfort zone. And honestly, we're going to look back 3 or 4 years ago or from now, and we're going to say, well, I'm much better because I was willing to go places that I got knocked out of my comfort zone. But this attitude, I would just say you have to go to self-talk and just pull away and say, okay, I don't understand this, but I know I can control this part, and just take the little parts of your life that you can control and get that put a good attitude over that.
It really does work.
It does.
This year, we've had so many things that would be considered setbacks that like so many other people. And so I've had to talk myself through, okay, so what do we still have? How can we still influence? And we have a lot. We've lost some, but we have so much. When you look at what you still have and what you can do, you can take your attitude to a much better place pretty quickly.
Yeah, in fact, I told my team during all these setbacks and all these pivots and all the stuff that we're having to make, I said, you'll not see me mad. Mm-hmm. Because what I don't understand, I won't be mad about, because I know it will make me a better person. Yeah. So understand right now, we're going to constantly adjust. We're going to have to constantly turn back up, do something differently. It's okay, because the moment I can embrace the moment, even though it's, Max Dupree say the first responsibility of leaders to define reality. Once I can embrace reality, now I can do something to create things out of it that will make me and people better.
Good.
No doubt.
John, in 1977, you wrote down a core goal in your journal, and you said, I want to make a difference.
Yeah.
And you have a new book out that really reflects that core goal. The book is called Change Your World, and it's all about, I happen to have a copy here, Change Your World, how anyone, anywhere can make a difference. And can you tell us a little bit about, do you really believe that someone listening right now, wherever they are in the middle of a difficult time, do you really believe they can make a difference in the world?
I not only really believe that you can make a difference and change your world, I really believe you better make a difference. Here's the first. I think that to change your world, you have to have anger of the way things are, but hope that things can get better. And anger without hope puts you into desperate straits. Hope without anger is too Pollyanna, and hope without anger, you won't pay a price. There's a price to change your world you have to pay. And if you don't have a little bit of anger, you're not going to be sincere enough about paying that price. So in Change Your World, first, the whole premise is very simple. Quit waiting for someone else to change your world. And I wanted to start with a book that would allow people to have hope and say, okay, I can do something about where I am. And I think that's where we start. Mm-hmm. So the book is based on values. In fact, here's the thesis. If people learn good values and they live those good values, and if they value others, and work together to develop a value-based community, they can change their world.
So good. So
And that's
good.
what we do.
Well, a lot of people ask, hey, what's a great book I can read next? How can I grow in my leadership? So I'll just say to whoever's asking, Change Your World. And also
Thank you.
the John Maxwell Leadership Podcast is a must listen for people. John, thank you for your contribution.
I can't let you go yet because I got to tell you,
We're not done.
I listen to your podcast all the time. And I text you. I tell you the things that you're every time I listen to your podcast, I learn something. I have never listened, and I know I do leadership. I got it. But every time I hear you talk about leadership, there's something that you give me, and I get to take away. I mean, I've got a whole Craig Rochelle leadership file that's going to get in my book someday, of which I'll give you credit but no royalties, but I'll give you all the credit in the world. But the point of it is, you're a terrific leader.
Thank you.
And I listen to your leadership podcast because I always learn from you. So thank you for how you're helping me make a difference in my life.
Well, I'm humbled that you listen.
Yeah.
Thank you. Lightning round,
I
just
learned.
for fun.
I learned.
Just for fun. Besides Change Your World, what's your favorite John Maxwell book?
Today Matters.
Today Matters.
Yeah.
Final question. 73 years of leadership, impacting hundreds and millions of people around the world. What are you most proud of?
People like you. People like you. Just a few moments ago before the podcast came on, I received a text from one of my younger leaders, and she just shared with me a couple of things that she had been able to accomplish this week. And I thought to myself, that's irreplaceable. The beautiful thing about getting older, I love my age. It's a beautiful time for me to live. And what I love about it has nothing to do with what I feel maybe I've accomplished. What I love is watching other people that I have influenced accomplishing so much more than I've ever accomplished. I mean, it's kind of like, I know I'm going to die, but I'd like to keep living on in the lives of others. And my father, when he died on 4th of July, which was so appropriate to him because he loved life and got a bang out of life. So, I mean, I loved him dying on 4th of July, but the whole process is he'll always live.
Right.
He's in me.
Yep.
And so being able to have a legacy with people and watch them do more than I'll ever do, that's truly where the fulfillment comes from.
Well, beyond a shadow of a doubt, your legacy of leadership will lead on. And I just want to say thank you so much for your investment in us.
It's been my joy.
The new book is out. It's called Change Your World, and that's an assignment for you to get and to read. Also, if you'd like free access to my 5-part masterclass, it's called How the Best Leaders Think. You can order my new book. It's called Winning the War in Your Mind, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. Big thank you to those of you who are sharing on social media, inviting others to be a part. John, you said it well. We've got to show that we care, be authentic in all we do. So we close it out. You can probably even help me out with this. We say, there's pressure, but don't worry, be yourself, because people would rather follow a leader who's always real
Then the one is always right.
Perfect.
I learned that from Craig Rochelle.